Hello YouTube. I wanted to make a response video to Seth the Programmer and Cuck the Cuck. They did a debunking video of Leopold the Brave's Saitama versus Goku video. I know it was an old video by Leopold the Brave, and he even rescinded some of the things he said in his own video. But I just wanted to give my opinion on some of the stuff that was said. To me, I think I want to start off by saying I agree with most everything that Seth and Cuck say in their little debunk video. Goku is indeed far, far beyond Planet Buster in even the Namek saga alone. So him being able to fight Frieza in his final form, Frieza who in his first form just casually destroyed Planet Vegeta. He's a Planet Buster in his first form, so he's far beyond that in all of his second, third, fourth form. And Goku beat this guy, so he's obviously stronger than Planet Buster level. So any of that nonsense about Goku not being Planet Buster just goes out the door. But on the other hand, I think the guys kind of glossed over a lot of the differences between Goku and Saitama. I know they have their other video, which I might make a response video for that too. I haven't actually seen it, but I just want to kind of do a blind take on this debunk video. But Saitama, one of the major things I don't think they hinted on was Saitama has never, except for in his dream sequence against like the mole people, like the underdwellers or whatever they were, except for those guys, that dream sequence, he has never been injured in any of his fights. Like spoiler alert, like against Boros, the alien, like super villain, against Garu, the human monster, against Tatsumaki Tornado, he's never taken any damage, just nothing. He's been punted to the moon, barraged by like martial artists, and telekinetically manhandled, just thrown all the way all around, and he's taken no damage, nothing more than clothing damage. So I think that's a very big thing for them not to mention, or at least I remember at one point they downplayed, or I guess ignored or something. And said, because Goku takes damage, like he consistently takes damage, and that's something Saitama doesn't do, and I think that's significant. I mean, when you look at Goku, he has several impressive feats that showcase his damage negation. I mean, my personal favorite is his iconic tanking of the Death Beam to the face, when right after he turns Super Saiyan, and Frieza's just like, Death Beam, no, but he just boom takes to the face. No damage. Another iconic example is when Goku's blocking Trunks' sword. The sword that reduced Frieza, like it rebuilt Frieza to a diced mess. Goku's just blocking the sword with his fingers. So Goku definitely has tanking feats, and since his foe roster, like his enemies, are just more powerful than anything we've seen Saitama fight, it's easily reasonable to assume that Goku's ability to tank is at base minimum equal to Saitama's, and probably greater than Saitama's. Well, at least greater than anything that Saitama has displayed. However, 2 points. First, this is a powered Goku, like using his ki, not relaxed. And two, Saitama's upper limit has never been shown. On the first point, Goku in Dragon Ball Super has been shown to let down his guard. Like Whis talked to him about, hey, you're letting your guard down too often, and he talked to Vegeta about you being too tense. But for Goku, his guard is his ki barrier. But this barrier doesn't just block against ki attacks. This barrier blocks against all manner of damage, and so by letting that barrier down, he's susceptible to attacks, just like a human is. I mean, though he is a Saiyan. Saiyan biology, they're stronger than humans. Same with Kryptonians. Like Superman without the sun, he's not a normal human. Like sometimes you'll have the stories say that he is, but in his normal writing, Superman without sun is actually pretty strong. Goku without ki he's super strong, way stronger than, like, he was like, Bulma pulls out a gun, shoots him, and he takes nothing, and that's before he even learned how to manipulate ki as a kid. Um, so Saiyan biology, even his depowered form, more durable than a human. Sorry, I'm reading off my script now. From infant cliff jumping, like he was dropped off the cliff on accident by Grandpa Gohan, hit his head, and he lived. Like, Saiyans are remarkably durable. Um, but Krillin, like, in the filler, Krillin throws a rock and hits Goku, and he's like, ah, that hurt. And in the laser, infamous laser that occurred in the battle, the Resurrection of Frieza arc, that took him down because he wasn't paying attention. So I think here is reasonable, and I believe it's definitive to say that Goku, when relaxed, is weaker than Saitama when he is just casual. So Saitama relaxed, Goku relaxed, equal. Because Saitama's strength isn't relying on ki or any like magic or like energy, or it's just, he's just tough. He's just super tough. And so his casual state, I believe, is stronger than Goku's casual state. And that's a big thing that I don't think that the guys mentioned. Now, again, this doesn't downplay Goku, because you're not going to have a fight and say who's going to win in a fight and say Goku relaxed versus somebody else, because that's not fair. Goku isn't about being relaxed, it's about him being a martial artist and fighting his hardest. You don't want to, like, of course, if Goku's just sitting there and you just take a bullet and snipe him without him even paying attention, well, actually, no, you take a bullet, it's going to bounce off because he's a Saiyan. But you take a laser and you can just blow up Goku's head, like Zamasu. He stole Goku's body, well, then he stole Goku's body, so I don't think that counts. But either way, there are ways to take out Goku, because he's still a mortal. He's still mortal at this point. So, even with God Ki, he's still mortal. But it's not meant to downplay Goku. It's like, he can take bullets and things that are fatal to humans, even wall level, building level people, he could probably take those. But I just think that a major thing that these guys didn't talk about was Saitama. One thing that they specifically mentioned, they just said, oh, this is a stupid point. I don't think that was good. But I don't think that Leo was ever implying that Frieza was stronger than Boo. Like, you see Boo, he takes damage, and like the bullets, and they like deform him, he can get like blown up, but he comes back. I think one interesting thing there is, I think that Boo had enough ki that he could create a barrier that he would like tank all those. But since his regeneration is like basically absolute, he didn't need those. So like I think Boo's damage resistance is a lot lower than Frieza's. So you have Frieza, he blows up with a planet, and he still survives. Well, he survives, and mostly he's intact. Well, I mean, he's in half because he got cut in half by his own attack. But I think that Boo had enough ki, strong enough ki, to make himself pretty damage resistant. But since he has super regeneration, he didn't need it. Like with Cell, if only a single Cell survived, Cell could come back. But Boo was on another level. Like, you need to atomize this guy for him to be gone. And that's what they did with the Spirit Bomb. They like just disintegrated him into nothingness. But the issue that I mentioned before, the biggest issue that I have with Seth and Chuck's video, is when they call it a stupid point about Saitama's durability versus Goku's durability. And then they have both Burroughs and Frieza knock the protagonist so hard they make craters upon impact. Only one of these guys got hurt. Like, Goku's injured from that. Like, one thing that I did think when I thought about it really hard, Goku, like, his ki barrier could be tanking most of that, and so only a little bit of the force remaining could have knocked him down to the ground and made that crater. So, but still, if that force is being absorbed by his ki barrier, he shouldn't be feeling that. Like, when he hits the ground, it should just be like, oh, I'm on the ground. It shouldn't be like, ow, unless he's feeling everything that his ki barrier is absorbing. And that's a weird thing for me. So I think maybe Saitama is more durable more durable or tanks more than Goku. But Goku has more stamina. Like he'll take damage and ow, but you can do that a ton of times. Ouch, ouch, ouch. Like he just keeps it hurts, but he works through it and he just goes through it, powers through it. I think that's Goku's ability. Because I'm 100% sure that Golden Freeze is more powerful than Boros. Like they both make craters, but no, it's not even not even close. Not even close to the same. But I think there is something there that Goku says ow, that Goku feels it, and Saitama is just this blank faced. Oh, okay. And so yeah, in that sense, I think there's a difference that these guys, Chuck and Seth, didn't really talk about in their video. But other than that, I really agree with their video. I believe that Goku versus Saitama isn't really a fight because one is a gag character that, yeah, in comedy you can always say he'll win. The other character is an actual serious manga character, and so in a fight, I'm pretty sure Goku, like realistic fight, Goku wins. Gag fight, Saitama wins. I think that's how it breaks down. But anyway, that's just my opinion on this, and I'll see you guys later.